some
can track
runes
a
here.
spot to it.
There's like a broken wall here. Right here where I'm putting the... I don't think I should have a dark green arrow. I think I need to change this to like a...
Oh
maybe
man,
a
I
red or something
I
like
had
that.
something covering that up. Sorry. Well, that looks like an obvious place to check out. How about we look at that?
Yeah,
I want to stay alert for snakes and or vines,
I guess I'll
or
admit that this is
possibly snake people.
I'll admit that this is an
Sure.
area I'm probably better suited to scout in. Being inside now.
because he doesn't see the Medusa. That's why. That's why he's scouting. But as soon as that Medusa comes out, he's out. I'm outie. So as you look down into the stairs here, it goes down about the stairs descend about 10 feet, and at the bottom there's a probably the water's actually really clear too. It doesn't look like it's been disturbed, but it looks like there is a like a causeway that goes into darkness, and it's going from east to west. But it's like a tunnel that's 10 foot down.
So guys, it's dark. I'm not very good at seeing in the dark. I feel like I'm really close to being able to get better night vision, but I don't have it right now.
Wow, so many excuses.
So let's see what happens while
Not
you
the
guys
right moves
are...
up to
Sure.
help look.
Let's do that really quick. Let's do a quick roll. I want to do a garden discovery roll. Oh, okay. So as you guys are looking around, why don't you give me a... I want, and especially seeing that you're a ranger, and I think is jungle one of your preferred terrains?
It's forest.
Okay, that's fine. Now, you can actually you see that there are some roots sticking up out of the ground as you're walking around, and you know these as wild roots, and these have some value to them because this is a root that you can actually drain the juice from the root, and you can actually it's sort of like a...
Oh my
it's
god,
like
that
an
wording.
yeah, you can you can extract this from the wild root, and you can basically cure a poison creature. It's like an anti-venom maybe. And you can take this, you can extract it from the root, you can rub the liquid or the gel onto an open wound, and it will basically rid the creature or your ally that is suffering from the poison condition. And then once you use the root, it's used up, and yeah.
Oh. How long does this juicy root last?
It will last for a while, as long as you know, if you have it in a container or a vial or something like that. So, well, but the root will last as long as you don't extract it. So there's
Right.
nothing. It would last months. I mean, you would definitely probably use it before it would go bad. So,
All right. Well, I'll
it's
gather
a
a few.
root. You know what I mean? It's a root. It's not like it's something fresh like a block of cheese or anything like that. So, even though a block of cheese root would be pretty cool too, that would actually be really cool. Vorn likes cheese.
All right, I'm adding to my inventory roots that need juices extracted from them.
Why don't you roll me a 1d4, Vay, and that's how many roots that you find in this area of the garden. You find 2 of these wild roots, and each one of these wild roots, like I said, and in fact, let me go ahead and give you... I'll share this with you. So this is the wild root, and I'm going to put that... In fact, you could probably even drag and drop it onto your sheet now, can't you? It's identified, so you don't have to worry about the identification. So,
Yep, that worked.
all right, and just put like ×2 or something like that beside it, and don't forget that you have it. Especially when somebody's suffering from the poison condition. And you know, Darg's got plenty of poison, so one of you guys on a miss will probably get poisoned anyway, because he's like...
Yeah, real subjective memory recall.
Yeah. So very nice as you guys are exploring, and you see this causeway that sinks down into the ground about 10 feet. And both Nazare and you can see down there with your dark vision, and you can see the tunnel just kind of goes in a straight path towards the west, and it's like I said, 10 feet down.
Looks like this is a passage to the other side, guys.
And Darg is hiding and quivering right behind you. Where's the Medusa? Where's the Medusa? You can explore it if you'd like. If you
let's explore all the things. I don't think it'll just come to us if we stand in the middle.
Sure.
So as you go in, you start to walk to the west, and as you get down there inside, you can actually see Nothray, that about right here it comes to an end, but you could see it. I mean, you could see it back around here. I mean, for goodness sake, you got 60 feet of dark vision anyway. So, yeah, it stops about right here. It's like it just caved in. You know what I mean?
Yep. So it looks like we have a cave-in on this passageway that it just abruptly ends.
It does. It does. It just abruptly ends.
Well, let's head somewhere else, guys.
So why
check
don't
out this ruins to the east.
Yeah, why don't you guys really quickly? Why don't you guys give me a perception roll as Nothray and the scaredy cat Dargan. You're going to take a hit on the YouTube comments from the women for chickening out like that. The women are. I bet you the women are going to give you a hard time on that, Darg.
I'm just thinking, the Ranger's better suited for outdoor stuff, and I can't see in the dark. You can't hit me for those.
That's true. That's true. And it is sunlight out, so you're going to be suffering from sunlight sensitivity right now, Nothray. The sun and the heat is just my makeup is coming off. You feel like that.
Yeah.
So very good. Now there's a couple of you, Zero, and also Omi and Darganoth, as Nothray is coming out and kind of stomping her boots off and kind of wiping the dust and the cobwebs off of her. You see to the north here where this plant is, it's starting to shimmy, and it looks like it's starting to rattle, and you can hear very slightly you can hear the things. That's what catches your attention. And then when you look over there is looks like a giant plant that is coming to life. But at least you guys knew it, and you guys weren't surprised. So it looks like this thing is starting to move towards you.
I'm going to point at it and be like, kill it with fire, Zero. Kill it with fire.
Yeah, and as you say that, all of a sudden it makes this screeching sound, and up from all of the middle of the giant leaves and the vines comes this huge purple bulbing like a flower petal, and then it opens up, and you can see this long tongue and these big teeth. Probably these teeth are about a foot. So why don't you guys roll initiative, as I would say, in fact, you would recognize this as a man trap, and these things are actually pretty dangerous.
Oh, I recognize it all right. I've seen some porn of this.
I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just not.
Did anyone else hear it say, feed me, Seymour?
Feed me, Seymour.
What do I know about the man trap?
Well, let's see. Let's see if I have an image for it. I'd like to see if I have an image. Do I? I do not. Well, you know that it's a giant carnivorous plant. It loves meat, and of course, looking at it from a point of view, it looks like a giant, like Venus flytrap, basically. And you know that it will release a pollen, which remember I told you that you guys actually smelt this sweet honeysuckle type of smell or aroma or scent. So this is probably where that scent is coming from, because it releases that pollen to attract creatures to it, and it will take its big toothy leafy jaws and it will consume warm-blooded creatures. And it loves humanoid prey, that's for sure. That's how it actually prefers humanoid prey.
Yeah, watch out, guys. Those tentacles will rape you.
Oh my gosh, so this is here it is. It is a large creature. It is a 2x2 square. So let's see. Everybody has rolled initiative, but look at that. The man trap has the better initiative of everyone. Actually, someone actually beat Darganoth. That's pretty crazy.
I demand a redo. That's unheard of.
Yeah, right. So
No, I
let's
beat
do
it.
You just rolled. So yeah, Vay, you can go ahead and go.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on it.
And there's a lot of fruits and stuff hanging off of this thing too, like fruits and like bulbs. Looks like pears and apples and grapes, all kinds of different fruits.
Oh,
So
cool.
Vay,
So I can eat afterwards.
It smells really good. So Vay, what are you doing?
Casting Hunter's Mark,
Okay, it is marked.
and then I'm going to let an arrow fly. Oh wait, no, I need to drag the Hunter's Mark onto me.
Yes, if you hit, it works like sneak attack. You just drag it on there before, and then as you do your damage, it will also release the 1d6 for hex.
Okay.
And then don't you have something else with your archetype?
Yeah, but I can only cast one thing at a time.
Okay.
So I'm setting it up.
Okay, you're setting it up. You pull back your bowstring, your waxed bowstring, because remember last session you were waxing your bowstring for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to do that apparently.
Yeah. So let's see. What happens when Vay pulls the bow back? Yes, it's a hit. 23 is a great hit. The arrow strafes right through all the brush and hits it, and you do a total of 12 damage to the man trap. That just sounds like something pornish, does it? The man trap? I don't know.
I know, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it does.
I've seen the videos.
Oh,
They're
so
exclusively made in Japan. So I'm gonna attack it once more.
okay, let's see. Another nice hit with your plus 10 bonus. Another arrow hits it. It gets Hunter's Mark too. So wow, you did a total of 28 damage to this thing. It is definitely wounded. So Vay, nice job. We'll go ahead and move the tracker down to the man trap. Now, as you guys can see all of this fruit dangling, all these bulbs and stuff, it opens up its mouth and releases this like 30-foot cloud of, it smells so good. It's like walking into the grocery store with a lot of fresh fruit when you walk into the produce section, and you just feel like you just want to pick up the bananas or the apples and you just want to start eating it. I mean, it smells so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make everybody do a wisdom saving throw.
You want it in the tower or outside?
No, I'll do it. I'm just targeting everyone. So here's the saving throw. All right, so it looks like we've got successes And doesn't look like we have any failures, I don't think. I don't see any failures. Wow, so good job, everybody. Wow, you guys nailed that. But you guys were almost, as you guys were suffering from this, little spout of dementia, and you guys snapped out of it. It was like you guys almost wanted to run up to it and start picking the fruit off of it and start eating it. But with everybody's saving throws, good job. Everybody has basically snapped out of it. And now,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and now this thing moves over 5 feet. Looks like that's about all that that I can actually do, and it's gonna reach over that broken wall where Nothray is, and this whole bulbous thing comes out like a giant purple worm and just tries to go right down on top of Nothray, and it looks like this thing is going to try to engulf Nothray. So here we go. Here's the attack.
Oh God!
Oh, so a 30 is a hit. So as this thing attacks you, it hits you. You're not going to take any. You won't take any damage right now, but you are now trapped inside of the man trap, inside of the man trap's leafy jaws. And
Get me out of here,
yeah,
guys.
so I'm going to put your token right over here as it retracts back to where its position is. And yeah, you guys just see this thing come down, take Nothray, and just lift it back, and you can see his feet kind of kicking out, and then all of a sudden it kind of tilts its head back, and his legs disappear, and then you can see where the membrane of this plant. You can see his elbows and his legs and stuff kind of kicking around. So now, while you're trapped this way, you are blind and restrained, and you have total cover from attacks. So it can't attack you anymore. It's basically just going to eat. It's just gonna basically dissolve you with this acid that is now starting to, cover you. So now you're blinded and restrained. So I am going to go ahead and put blinded and restrained on you. You can't see. Well, you can actually see because it's dark, and you can see these pores opening up all over the roof of the mouth and the roof of this mouth, the side walls, everything. And this stuff is just kind of pouring out, and it's like a clear gel, like a greenish clear gel. And it just is starting to burn you. So let's give you the ongoing damage that you're going to start taking at the start of every one of your turns. You are blinded and restrained. So there you go. You can hear inside of the mouth as the giant mantrap has closed its toothy mantrap leafy face. Oh gosh. So let's go ahead and we'll go to Darganoth. What say you, Darganoth?
I think I'll actually charge 5, 10. I'm gonna actually charge after him and pull out my rapier, sheathing it in flame as I try to stab at this thing.
Sure.
Best. Really wish I could group these things together easier.
And you're also inside, you're also kind of being held down by a bunch of vines kind of coming out of the membrane and the walls of the mouth. So you're really not even able to move. I mean, you could possibly break free with a strength check. But yeah, I mean, this is the biggest bunch of crap you've ever been in your life, man. You're feeling like it could end for you, Nothray.
I don't want to go this way.
Thankfully, you rolled last on initiative, right? So you don't have to take that damage so soon. So that is a hit with your rapier, your new +1 rapier, I might add. So you can go ahead and get your sneak attack damage on as well. Well, actually,
I don't think I get sneak attack this one.
No, because Nothray is inside and you can't see. So yeah, No, you can't. Well, it
Now-
is a
now here's
solo
the
creature,
question.
but you're
That's what I was
swashbuckler.
about to say.
So
That's
yeah,
what I was about to say.
I would say add it on. You're a swashbuckler, so yeah, because right now it is a solo. Oh, but
It's a question of whether he counts as being there or not. Because
Yeah.
either way, whether he counts as being there or counts as not, I don't know.
I would say yeah. Go ahead and do it. So I would say yes.
Okay, make sure I only got
It's
that on
my
once.
game. I can do what I want.
Okay, cool. And then add this bad boy too. Let me make sure. I haven't. Yeah. Okay. And smack him.
Very nice. You do a total of 19 piercing damage with sneak attack because of your rakish audacity.
Trying to
Rakish or
think
rakish,
5, 10,
whatever you want to say. I
15,
don't care.
20, 25, 30. Yeah, that should be good.
And then you dip out. Nice move, and you hit it. This thing is wounded. I mean, it doesn't quite look like it's quite halfway wounded yet. So, and of course, I'm adjusting the hit points on this encounter too, just so it would be a little bit more challenging for him instead of just like 30 hit points. All right, 010, what say you all the way down there? All right, so you cast Firebolt. Saving his spell slots. He hits with a 20 as the fiery bolt hits it. You do a total of 11 fire damage. It looks like it has done full damage to it. And a little bit of the plant is on fire, but not enough to, you've basically singed a bunch of the thin, dirty vines and some of the plants, but not enough to do any kind of like extra fire damage or anything. So anything else for you? And we'll keep Vorn's initiative the same as yours. So anytime that initiative is rolled, whatever you roll, Vorn will go on your turn. So it looks like he's going in for the kill with Vorn. Doesn't even matter stepping in that pool. I will explode this thing. Vorn's a badass. Vorn's got a couple of attacks. He's got he can put some spells in there. You're bound to it. Anytime you take damage, Vorn absorbs, Vorn regenerates. I mean, Vorn is a badass until your first attack misses the plant. But Vorn follows it up with an uppercut, Pacific Rim style, and the man trap basically flies back. So you hit for a total of 10 bludgeoning damage with Vorn. All right, nice shots. So let's go next. We'll go to Shen. You're up. As this hell is breaking down, and you just saw Nothray disappear right beside you.
Yeah, so I'm going to yell out dibs on the Holy Avenger.
Right? Whatever you cut that thing open and find it inside.
And I will cast Sacred Flame from range on the man trap.
The man trap. Is he wearing a leather gimp suit, the man trap? Never mind. That's for after midnight on the ERP hour. So, hey, it failed its wisdom saving throw, so you can go ahead and do your damage. I think you've modified your cantrips to do 2d10 now, right?
2d8.
Or 2d8, that's it. Yeah, you have. So you do 4 radiant damage. It looks like it took all of the damage. It didn't get rid of any or mitigate anything. Take any movement that you like and then pass it over to Omi Barton.
I'm good right here. I think I'll pass it to Omi.
You're good down there in the reservoir or the
Yeah, like
Okay.
2 steps down.
yeah.
So I can duck if that thing comes flying over to try and snatch me like it did Nothray.
I know. Tell me about it. I like it. So Omi, you're up, my friend. What say you?
I look at the man trap and say, "Hey, you stupid man trap! Your mama grew up in a pile of dino dung." As I do vicious mockery.
And then you can hear Vorn say, ha, 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 ha. So the wisdom saving throw is a failure. Wow, and vicious mockery lands. You do some psychic damage. It kind of shrills a little bit with that. 6 to be exact. Take any movement that you want, Omi Barton, and then pass the puck to Nothray as he takes 46 acid damage, which is 14. But you partially absorb some of that because of the temporary hit points. So you are restrained inside of this thing. What and you can see you're basically you're anchored to the bottom of the mouth of this man trap. So Nothray, what would you like to do? As you're just being sizzled to death, melting, and you can hear your skin just sizzling from the acid.
I want to try and free myself so that I can bludgeon this thing from the inside with my sword, if possible.
Okay, so give me an attack. This is your action, so give me a strength check, and I won't give you any negative modifiers or anything like that because you're like a fighting class, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully you roll pretty high because you are restrained pretty nicely. So good luck with your strength check. Oh, wow. Yeah, with a 20, you're like, She-Ra power! And you just rip all of these vines and these membranes and all these different tentacles are coming up. They've got you restrained. And with your power, I guess, I'm not sure if your deity is Loth or what, but you bear down, you ask for some help, it's answered, and you basically are now you're not restrained anymore while in here. So, but you are still trapped, and your action was consumed by breaking free. So yeah, very nice job on that. That was
so I can ready my sword for an attack on the next turn?
Yeah, you sure can. Yep. So you are still blinded because of all of the acid and stuff in your eyes. So I'm still going to you're still going to have the blinded condition. But you could see it first, and then all of a sudden, as this acid and stuff started dripping down, you've now become blinded because of the like I was saying last round, because you have all this acid going in your eyes. So if you attack, you'll be attacking with disadvantage to like an AC 10 because you're stationary. Well, actually, you'll be attacking its AC. So, but you can definitely do that next round. Start slashing freely. So, all right. So Nothray, good job. We're to round number 2 now, and Vey, you're back up.
All right, this time I'll use my planar warrior attack.
Okay, yeah. And planar warrior does what again? Can you kind of explain that again really quick? I know it adds different damage. It adds more damage. So.
Yeah, it adds extra force damage.
Oh, that's right. It replaces the piercing damage from the arrow with force damage, right? Is that how that works? Because I know that we made a special attack for you. Right?
No, it had. Oh, yeah. It's not piercing. It converts it to force damage. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very good. Let's do it. So nice hit with a 22. Gerbil Slayer in chat. Great
I hit that
insults
twice.
against the plane.
I thought it was a double click thing.
Oh, that's okay. Well, you know what you can
Take the
do.
12 off.
Here's how you do it, Vey, and this is a cool feature in Fantasy Grounds. Anytime this happens, hold down Control, and then take that 12 damage and put it back on the man plant. And when you do that, drop it on there. You'll see that a little healing icon appears, and it will heal that.
Take it from the chat.
Take it from the chat. Yep. And
okay.
It'll take 12 off of the plant. So look at that. Yep. You healed the man trap for 12, yeah. And then you can also, if you accidentally put it on another target, you could have taken that 12 again and then put it on the appropriate target. You know what I mean? So, yeah, good job.
I'll attack him once more. But this one will have to be planar warrior.
Ooh, nice. Wow. A 29. I think that might be the highest 2-hit that you guys have ever had. So you do a total of 12 more damage. This thing looks like it's definitely over halfway dead. So very nice today. You can take any movement that you like, and then we'll go right to the man trap.
Yeah, I'm gonna think I'm lucky, so I'm going to step back a little.
Okay. So the man trap is gonna shimmy over 5 more feet, and it's going to reach over, and it's going to grab Darganoth now. So as it reaches over, it opens its mouth, and it reaches for Darganoth. Now, I'll give you a seeing that it's kind of bending over all the way. What I'll do, Nothray, I'll give you a 50-50 chance of falling out of the mouth. I think that would be pretty fair. So why don't you give
Sounds good to
me
me.
right-click on the 10-sided die down there and then hit the percent symbol, and we'll say 0 to 50, you're still in, 51 and higher, you fall out. And it's reaching over to attack Darganoth. Because it can restrain multiple people inside of its mouth.
So you said right-click on the 10-sided and do what?
Yeah, when you right-click on that 10-sided, see how it pulls up the radial menu and it says 2, 3, 4, 5. Click
Yep.
on that percent, and then that'll give you the D100. Just click on that and then drop it right into the chat. That's how you make a percentage die. Oops.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you did. There it is, 76. So I said, what did I say? 0 to 50. Did
0
you
to
fall
50
out?
stayed in. 51 and higher, he fell out.
Okay, so you basically fall out as it goes over to grab Darganoth. You roll out. You're covered in this like acidic slime, and you're still burning actually, because you're still covered with this stuff. So let's go ahead and do the attack now on Darganoth as you spill out of the mouth. And Darganoth, it's with disadvantage. What is giving it disadvantage? Oh, that's right. It's getting disadvantage from Vicious Mockery. So the attack on you, it would have hit, but that's a 9, and it misses. You basically jump out of or tumble out of the way, and then it retracts back over the wall. So nice. You're out of there now. So Darganoth, you're up now.
Omi saves my butt yet again.
Yeah, Vicious Mockery is strong, man. And it's a cantrip.
Gonna 5, 10, 50, charge back in and take another stab at it with my blade, sheathed in flame.
Sure.
I think I already got it targeted. Oof.
Ooh, nice miss. Very nice miss.
Just gonna dodge back out of there, knowing that it doesn't make a difference because I'm still in its reach, but I can't get any further.
All right, Zero, you and Vorn are up. I explode it, master. Firebolt repeat, he says. Nice hit with another 20. Very nice. Yeah, the man trap basically explodes as your fireball hits it. The fireball goes through the membrane, and then the head basically just explodes. So the man trap is dead. We'll take that out.
Hey, thanks, Zero. I like my salad slightly warmed.
Wilty lettuce.
I thought he was going to say toss like that. But anyways, that's for after midnight. So you guys are going to get 600 experience divided up by 6. That's for the crocodile encounter that you avoided, and also for the man trap. So we'll add that to your sheet. So you have avoided the first, I guess you can kind of say, the first obstacle here on the small little terrace. And you can see past this now to where you're at in Othray, and you can see another one of these aqueducts that go down. It's also in the walls are kind of ruined. You also see there's an owl that's on the embankment as well. An owl.
So how do I get this acid
etched.
off of me? Is there some kind of a base somewhere that I can put on it, or?
Well, let's see. The acid will be on you for seeing that you're out. It would be seeing that you're not totally being just doused with it and it's not raining on you while you're inside of that mouth. You would probably take another round worth of damage until you can get all of that kind of scraped off of you to where you won't have any other residual effects. And you can get it out of your eyes, wash out your eyes, use any kind of like, if you got like a healing kit or anything like that, you can solve that issue that you would have.
We can all come over there and pee on you if that helps.
Oh, well, will that
Jump
neutralize
in this
it?
little pool here.
I wonder if that would neutralize it. Yeah, you can jump in the little pool.
It might.
So we'll go down.
This is turning into a bad film too.
There, yeah, it is. Not as bad as the film that we watched last night, the other night, the Journey to the Planet of Prehistoric Women. That was like just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I wish I had been able to join you guys.
So you took one more, and then now you've been able to jump into the pool, take all of the, scrape all of the acid off of you and stuff.
Yeah, that
So
definitely sounds
you're
like a
good to
porn that you guys watched.
Yeah. The women were definitely beautiful, though. I mean, it was an old Russian movie that was almost 10 years old before they dubbed it over in English and started showing it here in America, I guess. So, yeah. So what say you, adventurers? What say you? I know that you were looking to try to find that Holy Avenger in there, Chief.
I was saying dibs because Nothray was wanting it off the Dragonborn or whatever that dude is. So she got snatched up. I was saying dibs in case she didn't make it.
Well, why don't you give me an investigation check as you scour through all of the membrane and leaves and vines, and you're trying to find something. So give me an investigation. You don't find anything, though. I will definitely give you a chance if you want to investigate it. So, but yeah, you don't find anything, Sean.
Yeah, I was going to say that I want to check it out and see if there's any remains of any victims or anything in there.
You don't find anything.
I'm going to walk up to Nathra and use a couple charges from the Staff of Healing on her.
What a nice guy, man. I'm still waiting for him to use all the charges at once.
Well, you never, it's
Yeah.
if it's a long adventure, you never know. If that dragon encounter had gone one more round, though, I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, and you still have Zindalar to deal with. Remember Zindalar said that, she was going to see you again one time at some point in time. All right, so we're back from break, and we're going to continue on. So, Shen, you checked out all of the scraps and the leaves and the membrane, all of the corpse of the man plant. You found nothing as you searched through everything. So what say you, adventurers? You still have this. You still have a whole area to kind of explore. There's an owl there. You can see a couple large tree trunks in the north. You can actually see that there's a. You can actually see now that there is a set of stairs here that actually lead up to the next because remember, this is all kind of terraced. And then there's a terrace behind you that's about 5 foot tall where that dome is in the southeastern corner of the garden.
I think that's where we want to go, to the southeastern corner in that dome.
Yeah, let's head over there.
Okay, sounds good to me. And in fact, we'll go ahead and I'll open up a little bit more of this stuff too for you guys. There you go. You can see another wall too. Looks like another one of these underground systems, walkway or waterway, aqueducts or So, Shen, as you step up onto the embankment, I will go ahead and show you everything up here that you can see. Which is it is stone. It is, it looks like it was built. There's a bunch of roots coming up out of this stone floor. This dome that's in front of you, it's like a bell-shaped type of dome, and there's basically all kinds of stones that are jutting up. It definitely looks like it's seen better days because it's crumbling with age, and there's all kinds of plants and vines, like I said, that's growing up through the floor of the stone.
So it look like there's a entryway in to where you can get in under the dome?
Yeah, there is it looks like there is. It looks like you can walk in there, and as you're close to it, you hear a familiar sound, which is sort of like I would say, like a chirping sound, like you heard back at Oralunga. Those little small creatures, the Chwingas. Remember his name was Chwinga?
Yep.
And yeah, you can definitely hear some of those wrestling around inside of this dome to the east.
I'll let the party know that I hear some rustling sounds in here under this dome. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Have a look, Shen. I got your back.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, you go in and you check it out, and there's 3 Chwingas. They're just kind of sitting there on a giant piece of ruin, like a giant stone, and they see you, and they both stand up. They're not very tall. You know that they're definitely not very tall. Here's what they look like in case you were not here and you did not see the Chwingas the first time. They were a very tiny, small little creature. And they, in fact, let me go ahead and put them on the map for you. So there you go. That's where they're at.
They disappeared.
Right there you go. That's the Chwingas. And they stand up and they acknowledge you there, like I was saying. Chwinga. But one of them is looking at you as both Darganoth and Shen, as both of you start to peer into the dome. Who is the taller of you two?
I mean, I honestly kind of pictured Shen being taller, but how tall do you? I picture my guy being like just under 6 foot.
Well, how tall is
Yes.
everybody basically? That's by the dome. How tall is everybody?
Shin's
Should
6
have
foot.
put that detail. See, I'm a little short. I'm just a hair shorter than him. Then.
He's 5'11". I'm 5'11".
Omi's
No.
a five,
Like I was picturing like 5'9", 5'10". So
I'm 5-0.
All right.
Omi's a 5'10", 100-pound toothpick.
So Shen, as you're looking in, it looks like the Chwinga, they're fascinated by you, and you're definitely the tallest one, and they're all kind of just looking, and one of them sticks his hand out to you, sort of as he's like motioning you to come to him.
Okay, I'll approach.
If they say anything, I have this helmet on.
Oh, they speak common. The Chwingas, they speak common. So he says he says, "Come closer." And as you come closer, he extends his hand out. His little tiny hand, you extend yours out, and he puts inside of your hand a tiny little, looks like a little charm inside of your hand. And this charm, he tells you, he says that they are infatuated with tall humanoids. And he says, please take this charm. It is a charm of restoration. And give me a D6 roll really quick, Shin. And he says, welcome to our garden. We don't get many visitors around here at all. So this charm, he tells you, has 4 charges to it. And you can use an